Hey guys, it's Kelly. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm showing you my first tutorial from the June bargain bead box, Strawberry Soiree. And I just made a really long layered random eclectic necklace. I did put a lobster clasp on it because I've decided to start doing that with my long necklaces so that I could wrap it around my neck a couple times, you know, if it's not long enough to go around or to go around your head. It just gives you more options with it. So yeah, I just did, I took the chain and I cut them into different lengths. So it was very random. Some are shorter, some are longer, you know, and then I doubled it up. So, and I used tiny jump rings. I used these gorgeous strawberry beads. Like I said in the unboxing, I swear I could smell sugar coming off of these. They look like strawberry gummies. I used the links and some of the gemstones and the leaf beads, and this was so much fun to make. If you're not familiar with the bargain bead box, I have a coupon code BNJ2 for $2 off your first box with them. They're usually $24.99 a month, and they're valued at over $60 a month. This one was valued at $95.10, and there were 20 items in this box. So this is just such a beautiful necklace. I love the way this looks. So you could wear it like tight around your neck and then a little longer hanging down, or wear it more like this. So if you want to learn how to make this necklace, then stay tuned. So so far I have just made this. I'm just having so much fun with this box. This is my first tutorial from it. So I am using some of these little 11-0 green seed beads because you know I have to have seed beads to everything I had. And I have those. And then I just took a little bit of all the beads, and then I did, I took the chain and I did very uneven lengths, and then I'm doubling them up. So, so it's a little thicker. You know, if it's just one, it looks too thin. So I'm just doing all different kinds of, I'm using these spacers, and I'm just doing all different kinds of little pieces so far. And I'm adding some like this little seed beads. I'm doing a little leaf here. It's just a whimsical necklace. And I am going to put a lobster clasp on it so that if you want to wrap it around a couple times, you can. Because if you just put it over your head, you know, you can't sometimes fit it around twice. And these are eye pins. They're 1 inch long. And then I do have, let me grab this. I've just been kind of working on this, and I thought, okay, I'm going to start filming now. So I have two jump rings and a lobster clasp for when I get to the end. And then I do have some little tiny jump rings too. And that's what I'm using in between each one. So that way it flows a little better. It doesn't get tight and sticky. So I will just show you some of what I'm doing. I have the looper. I used that a little bit, but not really. I used it for a couple, but because these are only 1 inch, they can't really fit that many beads on there. So I'm doing one of them. Here's some that are done right here. So one of my favorite ones was, I do the seed bead. Let me get this on. Okay, why isn't this fitting? Okay, I do the green seed bead. Then I do the little flower bead cap. Then I do this one. This is the cherry quartz glass, the 8mm. Then I do another flower one like that. And then I do another seed bead. So I'll show you what I've done so far. So this is what it looks like. And it looks very floral. And then I just bend that a little bit. And then I start like about halfway up my round nose pliers, and I keep going down as I round it. And then that's where I'm at right there. So I've just been making a bunch of these. And let's see what else. Oh, and then the strawberry, of course. The strawberry is the fun one. So this and that. I can't really fit much more in here than the strawberry. So there we go. So then I will show you what I do. Let's see. Okay, so we're going to start on that end. I use my round nose pliers along with these because I round everything. So to keep picking them up and then putting them down would be kind of a pain in the booty. Okay, so then I put this on, and then I just close that up. Oh. Yeah, I just make sure that that's closed like that. I've got everything kind of laid out here. So I'll show you how I do the chain. So here's the chain. Because it's been, I'm just randomly adding it in places. So I take one of the jump rings. These are tiny jump rings. I open this up. Open this up like that. Then I put it on that end, and then I grab and put it on the other end. And I try and make sure that there's a point at the bottom so that I know it'll be even. But even if it's not, it's okay, because this is a very eclectic, random necklace, like nothing, it's very mixed matched, and So there we go. Get that right there. Okay, so there we have that. Then I take this jump ring and open that up, and I dangle this. I don't know if you can see that. There we go. Then I get that right there. And then let's grab this one with the leaf. Here we go there. And then we just close that up. Make it like that. And here we have this so far. This is so much fun. It's a very, sometimes I just like, doing free-flowing pieces, like this. So this is it so far. So let me make a few more. I'll be right back. So I made another one. So I'm going to connect that. I have just everything laid out here. This is not as normal as my, other videos. This is just kind of a watching me work kind of one. I'm not really sure like what I'm doing as I'm going. It's kind of just very, let's see where it takes me. So I love these little leaves. I think the leaves are so much fun. You know, it's like, they're just really cool. So we'll get another one here. I got another one made. We're gonna take that. And I'm gonna do this one with the red because I haven't had any red in a little bit. So I kind of like, you know, like I do strawberry randomly, and then like there's been a lot of pink and green. So I'm gonna add a little touch of red now on this one. So there we have that. That looks pretty. And let's see. I'm gonna add one more, and then I'll go with another connector. So yeah, nothing matches. There's no rhyme or reason to it, you know. These are some of my funnest pieces to make when I do this. So I have that. So let's see, I'll make another one. You know what? I'm gonna connect one of these little leaf detailed marquees. I do them like every fourth or fifth one. Grab some more of these small ones. So I'm gonna take this. And the one thing that I like about this this connector is it's got leaves on one side, but then it's got stripes on the next. So if it doesn't, you know, if you don't see the leaf side, it still has a decoration on it. So that's cool. So you do that. And I'm not sure how long I'm making this. I might make this about 25 inches. I'm gonna make sure it can go around the neck a couple times. So there we have that. And I'm really liking these little spacers here too, like this. I'm gonna do a red. Let me get a few more of these. I'm not sure where I got these, those seed beads from. You know, it's kind of like from one of my long time ago. Okay, so we'll do that. We'll do this, a green, and then a red. And then let's do another one more seed bead. Okay. So here's this one. Bend that. Oh, my Piper's seeing the dog walks, the people walking their dogs. They've got their afternoon dogs to get walked. So there I have that one. So now I'm going to pick up one of these. Here it is. Oh, where'd it go? I love that little girl so much. Oh my gosh, she is just... She's so funny. She has so much personality. She likes to sit in my husband's office. His office is right next to mine because he's got the front window. So she's got a little setup there. So she sits and stares out the window. Okay, so here's this. So this is it so far. Look at how fun this is. I'm thinking of calling this Strawberry Fields. Just because that's what it reminds me of. Okay, so I'm going to put a few more on. I'll be right back. Okay, so I have made some more. Just cute little random pieces. The only ones that I think are the same are kind of like these because I really like those. Okay, so we have this. So now we're going to do another chain because we're getting at that edge. You know, I don't really have anything the same next to them. So it's just kind of like, open that up. I'm gonna put the chain on. Did the first, no, wasn't the first chain. Okay, hold on. Okay, so we have that. I'm gonna flip that over. I'm gonna put it through that. Okay. Oh, now we're gonna put that there. Oh. Okay, so now we have this. And now we're gonna pick up another jump ring. So nice to be back from vacation. I was in Vegas for about 4 days. And it's so nice to be back with my beads. So I'm gonna put one with the leaf here. I even had a leaf in like 3 or 4 sections. So that's just kind of how I'm, you know, how I do it. We got that. And we will go to this. Oh. Like that. And then I'm going to put that right there. So do that. And I will let you know when I'm all done how long this is and everything. So I'm going to do a strawberry. I haven't had a strawberry in a hot minute, so. So I'm just doing, I just do the strawberry plain by itself. Okay. So now we're going to pick this up. Seems like every month I do one of these kind of necklaces. Just random, because I love doing these. Okay, so we have that. Now let's go with that one. Yeah, the instant looper wasn't working as well because these were smaller. So it was like, so there we have those. Look at how cute this is. Love this. Okay, so now we're gonna do another one. We'll do this and then this. This is fun because this is one of those things you can just sit in your bead room and make a bunch of these and then just attach them together. You know, and it's very random and just it's a fun pattern, very boho. Okay, we have this. Let's see. You know, I'm gonna do a chain. It's been a minute since I put a chain in. Here's this one. And there's that. Some of them are smaller, some of them are bigger. I did random cuts. You know, none of them are really long. And I like them doubled up so that they're not, so they're about the same width as the beads. You know what I mean? So. Okay. Now I just kind of dangle this down and then I grab that last one like that. And now I'm going to do this one. Okay, so we have that one. And now I'm gonna do another link. It's been a while since I put one of these on. I love the kind of like the eclectic boho feeling of this. You know, it's just random pieces, nothing matches. Got that. Then we're gonna go and do this one. I got that. And then we're gonna do this one. Okay. So here we are so far with this gorgeous piece. I love this. Love, love, love this. Okay, so I'm gonna add a little bit more. I'll be right back. So I'm finishing it up right now. This is it so far. I will measure it when I'm all done because I'm not really sure. I just kind of put it around my neck just to kind of see where it goes. So I'm ending it here. I just have random strawberries on there, random links, connectors. Oh, I just love this. Okay, so now I'm going to take my jump ring or my lobster clasp and I'm going to attach it here. So we are going to take this one and open this up. I'm going to put it right here. It doesn't really matter which way it goes because this necklace is just, you know, it's can be worn so many different ways. So I have that, and then I'm going to put this one right here. A couple ago, I did necklaces like this, and one of them I didn't put a lobster clasp on, and then I was kind of sorry I didn't because I really wanted to be able to open this up and wrap it around a couple times if needed. You know, so, and I was going to use the toggle clasp that they gave us that's really pretty, but I'm going to use that for something else because that might end up not staying closed and then you could lose it. So where is that? Okay. So here's this. So let me move some of these pieces aside. Clean this up later. I still have some chains left, and you know, this is just such a fun random necklace to make. These are like my favorite ones to make. I'll put these in here. So this is the necklace. Let me go ahead and measure it now. So let me see. I'm going to undo this to measure it. Where is... Okay. Oh, here it is. Okay. I think this will be the easiest way to do it. Okay. So let's see here. We have 12, 24, 36, 7, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 43, 44, 45 inches. 45 inches of beautifulness. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I love the way this turned out, and I love the strawberries. So I hope you enjoyed my Strawberry Fields necklace tutorial. It's just a long layering piece. And like I said, I have a coupon code BNJ2 for $2 off your first box with them. And I will leave links to all my social media below as well. And I have a couple more tutorials coming up for this month for this box. I'm nowhere near done with this. So, yeah, if you are not subscribed to my channel, why don't you subscribe and give me a thumbs up and hit that notification bell so you get notified every time I upload a new video. And at the bottom, swipe to the right and give me a hype, or to the left and give me a hype. It really helps my channel. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on my next video.